I came across this issue on my system, and it wasn't easy finding uh, a video to fix it. So I'm creating this one to explain it as simply as I got it done. So, of course, the issue started from the fact that I went to my file partition, and while I was working with an external hard drive, I mistakenly selected the drive as active. So I knew that was not supposed to be active, and I didn't know which one was supposed to be. So I came in here and marked that partition as active, and that was where my problems began. So this video is going to explain to you as simply as possible what you should do in that situation. Now, on booting your system, you get greeted with this. This is what actually happens on your PC at that moment. So what you have to do is quite simple from here. Um, you actually need to have a bootable drive. So it might be a CD, maybe you have a CD, but the one which is more popular now is a flash drive, like an actual flash drive that you made into bootable. So I'm going to put a link to make a flash drive bootable, a link from a video that would actually help. I'll put it in the description. I'll get one online and put it in the description. So you would use the flash drive. Please make sure it is above 4 gig RAM, above 4 gig as in size. So something of 8 gig should be fine. Something of 8 gig would be very fine for you, of course. So the flash drive, of course, you use Rufus. Those things will be explained in the video. We do not need to sit with it. I already have a flash drive here, and I am going to plug it in to this particular system. So most times what you'll be made to do is try to walk around the BIOS to try to solve it, but that doesn't actually solve the problem. It doesn't actually do solve the problem. So what you have to do is restart it or just power it off and turn it on again. And because I'm on a Dell system, I have to go into the BIOS using the F2 key. Depending on which one you are on, you might not need to use the F2 key, of course. So just depends on you. So I'm moving into the BIOS just to select my boot options, nothing more. I'm just interested in selecting my boot options. Of course, I could have used F9 for that purpose, but I'm looking at the fact that some people would be on other systems that might not support those keys. So I'll just show you. I'm trying to make this as fast as possible. So just need to show you where you get that sorted out. Of course, make sure you are allowing USB storage device and let it be the first one, the first boot options. You can see I got that from the boot sequence. I wanted to try booting from the USB storage first before the hard drive. So obviously if you are using a CD, you want that to be first too. So just make it before the hard drive. And once you are done with that option, you can cancel it and save and boot back up again. Now on booting into the system, you are going to be greeted with this. Make sure you press any key. This logo is actually coming from the USB drive, so it's a plus. So you are actually booting from the USB drive right now. From here on, we just have to wait patiently for all the processes to get completed. So here we are. It looks like we want to make a fresh install of Windows. But of course, that's not what we are doing. We just want to use this to bounce into the system. Basically, that's all. Just want to get into the system using this particular point. Click on next and click on repair the computer, and you'll be greeted with this screen. Take note of this. It's just two options we have here. Click on troubleshoot, go to the command prompt, and this is what we need. So this command prompt is what will allow us to go further and change that partition into active partition. So there's a tool we call diskpart. I'm not going into it deeply because now is not the time to explain what it is. So diskpart, and of course we press enter, I think I need to make this much more clearer. Yes, this should be perfect. Now the disk part is loaded already. Please go ahead and list your disk. I'm actually typing with one hand, so don't mind that I'm actually a bit slow. List disk. And of course you want to select your hard drive. This is my flash. I do not have anything to do with the flash right now. I want to select the hard drive, so I could go select disk 0, and disk 0 is now the selected disk. I could have skipped that, but list volume. Just follow the steps, you would be fine. And list the volumes, and then we have all the volumes that are in here. We can see the system reset volume. Now the system reset volume is the one that should be used for uh, to boot up into the system, right? This is where the boot partition lies. So of course you would want to select this. So you might want to try different ones for yourself, but I already know that the right one should be the system reset. So just for the purpose of this whole thing, we do not need the video to be too long. I'm going to go ahead and select volume 0, select volume 0, and oh, yep, okay, we are good to go. And just type in active. So once you type in active and press enter, it marks the partition as active. You can go ahead and exit all this and exit this also, because we do not really need to sit down there. And you can see your new option that is now saying continue to Windows 11. So that means we are good to go. Of course, I'm going to click it. I can pull out the flash drive now. I do not need it any longer. And yeah, we have our PC booting back in. Thank you very much.